What toxic communication is happening in your workplace? And more importantly, how is it affecting you? Let's start with defining some examples of what toxic communication can look like at work. Rumors, gossiping, bullying, manipulation, discouraging comments, abusive and aggressive actions like personal insults, off-the-collar comments, and constantly complaining with no chance of trying to create a change. Any of this will cause a problem in the workplace, but you'll typically see more than one of these examples, and it's typically the same people doing it every day. This is going to have an impact on the team. How can it not? It's going to make people irritated, agitated, and some workers will actually change jobs if this goes on long enough. Hi, I'm Lisa Gornall. As a spiritual medium and energy strategist, I've helped most of my clients with communication issues. Relationships at work and at home are very important, and if they get out of balance at all, it becomes a major focal point for most people. Here are my top 4 tips to stop toxic communication fast. Let's dive in. The first one is get objective. This is the very first thing you want to do. We have a tendency to take things personally, which isn't helpful if it has nothing to do with us, and usually it doesn't. So, get really objective. What is really happening here? Are they doing this to everyone? When are they doing it? How often are they doing it? And how are other team members responding to them? Are they doing this in front of leadership? I want you to keep asking questions and finding out answers until you feel like you can guess why they're doing this at work. My clients had the benefit of telling me about someone, and I just read the energy and tell them why this is happening at work and how to not take it personally. Your goal here is to be more objective and remove any personal feelings so you can move towards a solution. There was a manager who was so mean at work. She was the classic example of toxic communication at work. But outside of work, she wanted everyone to love her and wanted them to spend time with her at company events. Didn't go well. Her team went out of their way to avoid her, even leaving her alone at the table for the Christmas celebration. I asked her why she was so different at work than out of work with her team. Her answer? Because I'm different at work. She thought she had to be a certain way to have respect. Unfortunately, what she was doing was pulling her team away from her. She had no idea. Most people don't realize that what they're doing isn't working. They just keep doing it on repeat. It usually has nothing to do with you, and that's why step number 1 is just to get objective. Step number 2, clear your energy. This is your next step to clear and let go of anything that you're holding physically and energetically in your body from your interactions with this person or other people. How do you feel around them? How do you feel when you have to interact with them? Where do you find yourself tensing up around them? These are all the things you want to let go of. I'll put a link at the end of this video to help you clear your energy. How do you want to feel around this person at work? The answer is unaffected. You don't want them to have any power over you at all. You want to stand in your power and do your job to the very best of your ability. You can't do that if you're avoiding a team member. The third step is to create a goal. Creating a goal is how you will move forward with this person and resolve this toxic communication issue. You're working with them, so avoidance is not going to be the answer. How can you come and work together better? Will you talk to them directly? Or have you already done that and now you need to talk to a level up and share the concerns? Remember, it's always best to address it first yourself, and then if that doesn't work, to bring it to the attention of your manager or your leader. Their first question is going to be, how have you tried to resolve this? And in most cases, unless the behavior is extremely abusive, then you want to report it to HR. But of course, always follow your company's policies to resolve the conflict because each company is different. Step 3 is to create a goal for how you'd like to resolve this with them, and that is in line with your company's policies. And then our last step, Create a time to communicate and actually communicate. One of the biggest mistakes I see in conflict resolution is when someone decides that right now, this second, is the time to address this problem. It works for me, and we're going to fix it right now. Unfortunately, that rarely works because this is on the forefront for you, but they're addressing other things. They may not even know that this is a problem, and they may be dealing with other things where this is not a good time to even address this, okay? Resolution is best when both parties agree to meeting at a specific time to resolve a specific issue. The best practice is to let them know that you'd like to have a quick meeting to address this specific concern that you have. Then set a time together that works for both of you. At the meeting, you will want to objectively, which is why we have step 1, raise your concerns and the impact that they're having. And you're going to look together to create a solution, and often this involves meeting each other in the middle, just like your relationships outside of work, okay? Give it time to see if it changes, if the changes that you've agreed to are implemented, and if not, revisit them after you've redone tips 1 to 3. And of course, follow your company's policies to create the best resolution for everyone. If you like this video, let me know by liking it, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video released. For next videos to watch, I recommend how to let go and move on, and how to quickly clear your energy blocks to get unstuck. I have 2 for you for letting go. Toxic communication at work can be a real problem that truly needs to be addressed and fixed sooner rather than later. I hope this helped you create a real change at work.